something that I see go along with the cell phone flipping more than I do any other section of selling on eBay. And I want to talk about why this is happening. And I want to talk about how you can prevent it from happening and how maybe you can get your account back. Now, this is not a stab at anybody. This is not a stab at somebody and putting them down. This is just facts that I have actually done the research on. And I've called eBay and I've talked to many, many people. I am working with eBay a little bit, not much, a little bit, to see the difference they see in a bad ESN phone to an iCloud locked phone to an actual lost or stolen phone. Okay. So what I'm talking about today is I am starting to see people get their account suspended or are banned from selling on eBay. And then there's some in the cell phone flipping that are getting around this. Let me tell you how they're getting around it. They just haven't been caught yet. I know for a fact I have talked to 6 different people about iCloud locked phones specifically. They are cutting down anyone that's selling iCloud locked phones. Just because it's out there does not mean that they're getting away with it or that they are allowed to do it. They just have not been caught yet because there are millions of people, blah, blah, blah. You guys know what we're talking about. It's really hard to catch everyone. And the people are doing different things like putting ICN and doing abbreviations and putting it in different areas. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. If you're in business and you're going around someone else's policy, you have they have every right to do what they have to do to correct that situation. Because let's say that you're selling a computer to somebody and you warranty that computer and they take a baseball bat to it, you're not going to warranty that computer anymore because they have now went around your policy of what you warranty. But you warranted if it's broke. It is broken, but how it was broken is the bad thing. You're not going to warranty someone beating it up with a baseball bat. Same thing with eBay. If you buy legit phones and have legit bill of sale and you sell the phones on eBay, eBay is 100% behind that. They know that we exist. But what they don't want is lost and stolen phones, bad ESN phones, finance phones, or iCloud lock phones. The very first one that they're going after is iCloud lock. They consider iCloud lock, and this is what 6 different people told me at 6 different times. They consider iCloud lock phones stolen. Because if you don't have the password to the iCloud lock phone, that wasn't your phone. Now, I get that you're saying, well, the customer might have forgot it. I'm going to give you a little inside secret. If you forgot your iCloud lock password, you can call Apple and prove that that's your phone, and there is ways to prove that is your phone. They'll unlock it. No ifs and buts about it. How I know this is I've had customers do it. I've had relatives do it. All you got to do is call Apple. They got a little procedure that they go through, and they go ahead and take that password off. That easy. So eBay, using that information that it can be done if you properly own that device. Now, you cannot use a bill of sale. I'm going to tell you that right now. You can't say, I bought the phone. They're going to say you need to be the original owner, and we could take care of you. So it'd be something like you went to AT&T, you bought yourself an iPhone 8, you put an iCloud lock on it, and you needed to reset it 7 months later. You never used the password for anything else, and you forgot the password. That would be the time that you could do it and call Apple. Now, some people are going to be calling this bullshit. It's not. I've seen it done. But I could not call Apple and go, I have a bill of sale, and now it's mine. Now, the other way that I have seen iCloud lock taken off by Apple, and this is directly from Apple, is I've had people bring in items to me into my store, and say, let's just say it was an iPad, because that was the very first one that I ever dealt with. And this is how I learned this. An iPad was brought to me. I checked it out. Everything seemed good, but this is before I knew about the iCloud lock, really. This was years ago. And I went to reset it, and of course it went iCloud lock. It can't reset it. Shoot, what the hell? So I just called the Apple guy that I knew. I called him up, and he goes, Gary, you can't do nothing. It is actually reported lost and stolen. Well, I do the right thing, and I take it to my local police department. The police department has a 60-day wait. If no one claims that iPad, I got that iPad back. Once I got the iPad back, Apple would take that iCloud lock off, and it did happen for me. I did the right paperwork. The police department gave me paperwork that I am the right owner, and it did take a while. So don't think this is a way to do it. I mean, don't go out there and buy all these iCloud locks, because it might not work on every single one. I've had it where it did not work. I've had it totally where it hasn't worked. That one specific time, it worked for that Apple iPad. Now I've had phones that were brought into me, and I take into the police department, or the police come and actually pick them up. And guess what? I got the phone back, and there's nothing I could do. So and that doesn't work. But if you have the original owner and they're trying to sell you the phone, they could call Apple and get that iCloud lock off. They can. Now that might kill the sale, because if they're not the original owner, they can't do it. And if they are the original owner, they might be selling it to you cheaper because of that iCloud lock. So that is a little tip of somebody that's done this for years and seen what Apple does. It's a security measure so they do not lose their phone. That's what it's for. It's a security measure for lost and stolen phones. That is why eBay is cracking down on iCloud lock phones. All right. Now we'll talk about bad ESN phones. eBay directly told me it is against their policy to sell bad ESN phones. Now they have sent me a link to their policy, and it is kind of vague how it's worded, because as we know, a bad ESN phone is not something that is, how can I say, stolen. It's not. It could be not paid off. It could be they didn't pay their bill. There's so much that could go on with that. But eBay does not like it being sold. And to tell you the truth, it doesn't matter if it's against the law or not. We're using their platform to sell our items. So if it's against their policy, we shouldn't do it. Now, I understand that in the flipping world in phones, we make a lot of money on iCloud lock phones. We make a lot of money on bad ESN phones. We make a lot of money on finance phones. It works. It goes overseas. You might have to find another platform to sell those phones. All right? That's what it is. You could take a good, clean phone that's shattered and sell it on eBay, and they're fine with it. Now to go into, they would like a bill of sale, because they want to make sure they're not having stolen devices on eBay. So how I've seen some people get banned or suspended is eBay has some type of way to say, oh, they're selling a lot of phones. We're going to go ahead and ask them where they're getting their phones. Well, that opens you up to start getting looked at. And then they start looking at your listings heavily. An actual person will sit there and look at your listings. Do not think that everybody in eBay is looking at your listings every single day. They actually have a bot that goes through and looks for certain keywords to throw up red flags. And eventually, if you have enough red flags, a person is going to look at your account. So the red flag of you selling tons of phones, which isn't really a red flag, will get a person to look at your account. If you got bad ESN, bad iCloud, or iCloud locked, finance phones, this and that, they're gonna start questioning you more. Okay, so what the point of this is if you follow another platform's policy, if you like it or not, you're gonna succeed on that platform. Okay. It'd be the same thing as selling, the iCloud lock. If you're selling, I don't know. I don't even know what to compare it to tell you the truth. But they don't allow it. So don't try to get around it and then complain when you get banned. Okay? So there is a person on one of the sites that was selling iCloud lock motherboards. Okay, that stacks of motherboards. He was selling 20 of them, I think it was, and that got his account banned because he was selling iCloud lock parts. All he had to do was throw the motherboards to the side and just not use them, or he could have got around it by just saying parts and repair, motherboards broken. They're broken. Now you can't sell a phone that way. I think that eBay told me when I asked if I could part them out, they said that I would have to sell the motherboards as broken totally. I couldn't sell the phone as iCloud lock, but they said I could do the motherboard. It was really weird because the iCloud lock is kind of in part of the motherboard. So I don't even sell those. I have a video out that talks to you guys about why I don't sell iCloud lock phones. Now, I do sell bad ESN phones, but I don't sell them on eBay. I don't sell certain things on eBay. There's so many other platforms to sell these phones that they allow to sell these phones. But eBay does not want to be part of, this is what they said, this is what they told me, the lost and stolen phones. They don't want to be part of the sale of lost and stolen phones. And let's be honest, let's take our hats off real quick, look from outside the box. There's a lot of phones on eBay that are lost and stolen and get sold. Okay, there's a lot of them. So we can't blame a platform that tells you do not do this or we will suspend your account. Now, I know there's a lot of courses out there and there's a lot of people teaching, put this in the ad, put this here, do this, and you'll get around it. Eventually, they're going to catch up to you. All right, just like the Facebook market campaigns where do this. People are getting their accounts banned so much, and you don't even have to do it on the marketplace because the marketplace is nice. It's great. But you can go to individual sales sites on Facebook, sale pages that are ran by people like you and me. Talk to the admin, and 99% of the time they'll say, yeah, you can put a one in that up. They're fine with it. In Green Bay, I got 27 of them pages. Some of them have 50,000, 60,000 a piece. People. Green Bay has only got 100,000 people population. So I go on them personal pages, and I'm not on the marketplace with my wanted ads. I'm still getting the same return, and I'm not breaking a rule. See, when you're in business and you're being a legit business, you want people to follow your policies, so you should follow theirs. It's not about how to get underneath. It's not about how to get over it. It's not about how to sidestep it. It's not how to sidestep taxes. It's not how to sidestep this person's policy, so you put $20 in your pocket. It's how to follow the rules, so you put hundreds and thousands of dollars in your pocket. I really, really just dumbfounded by, I don't know how to put this without making some people upset. Dumbfounded and people teaching ways for a business to break the rules of another business so they get ahead. I don't understand that. If eBay says don't sell bad ESNs, don't look for a way around it. Just sell your good phones on eBay. Sell them locally. Sell your good phones locally. Sell parts. Learn how to part stuff out. Do it by their policy. No, it's not law, but it's their policy that they put into place. You get what I'm saying? It's just if they find it, they're going to deal with you. And I'm dumbfounded that I've been selling cell phones and all other electronics on eBay since 2010, 2011. I've been on eBay strong. I've been on eBay a little bit longer than that, but I wasn't like selling a lot of stuff, if you get what I'm saying. So I've never had my account suspended. I follow policies. I read the rules and I follow policies, and I mean it's just what it is. And I know big bad eBay don't allow you to sell the iCloud lock phones and all this. There's money out there. People buy them, and selling finance phones is not shady to some and shady to other people. I get it. I totally get it. I understand. You want to make your money now, and that was your only option to do, and I get it. I mean, buying these here, you could part them out, and this is another one I haven't taken it totally apart yet. It's got a cracked screen on it. See a little crack right there? And the screen wouldn't turn on. So I think it was a charging port, and I got to change the charging port out on this. And my luck, it could be iCloud lock. This is an iPhone 6. I paid $5 for it, so I could waste all my time on it, and I won't be able to sell it on eBay. If it's iCloud lock, if it's not iCloud locked, I'm not selling it on eBay anyway. I'll get more money local. But the whole point of this is, if there's a policy out there for a platform that you're using, follow the policy, and you never have to worry about getting banned. You never have to go through that worry about how am I going to sell my phones? Am I going to have to go to the second-rate site? Am I going to have to go here? Am I going to have to go here? Read the policies of that site. If I go on Poshmark and start selling electronics, I'm going to have my account suspended. They're for clothing and accessories only. Now, am I going to kick my feet and go, why can't you let me just sell this stuff? It isn't the platform that they created. If I go on to Swappa and start selling iCloud lock phones and stolen phones, they're going to suspend my account. If I go on to Amazon and start listing used stuff as new, I'm going to lose my account. That's the point here. And I know a lot of people are going to look at my screen right now, or you look at your own screen right now and call me F this, and you don't know what you're talking about. The difference is I'm not getting suspended, and everyone getting around it is eventually going to. And I hope and pray that someone here learns from this a little bit, because this will be going into, I'll be going into it deeper on how to properly do it. I got a text. Let's see. Oh, it's about a house. We'll deal with that later. It's just one of them things. It's just, you don't want to break their policy. Is it a law? No. Is it a law that you cannot sell stolen goods? Yes. That you could get in trouble for that. And the bill of sale does save you, sort of. But if you have, let's say this happened. Let's say you have 50 stolen phones in your property, and you have a bill of sale for every single one. The cops are going to look at you like, yeah, I'm trying to tell you guys, the other people are not the bad guys, and you're not the bad guy. Just follow the policies of eBay. Now, let's talk about trying to get your account back. If this is your first time doing it, you could try to play stupid and say, I didn't know. I just thought bad ESN. I just put broken for parts only, and I could sell them. You could go on there and say, iCloud lock. This is what I do for a living, and sometimes I come across iCloud lock phones, and I thought this would be my outlet if I was honest about it. Play that. I was honest about what they were. I thought I could sell them on eBay. Now, eBay's going to say, no, that's against our policy. Say, I understand that now. Is there any way I can get my account back? I'll stop selling them. That's your only ticket. You know, I'm thinking about calling eBay again today. And talking to one of my contacts and asking them about any of the policies that they've been talking about and any of the policies that they're working on, and getting ahead of the game a little bit. Just like eBay is now going to be taking away PayPal. PayPal is leaving from eBay. They're going to be with a new payment. You can use Apple Pay, all these other ones, but it's going to be almost like what platform is it? I would say Square Up, almost like someone comes and gives you money through Square Up. The next day you get your money. Is the same way. You can do daily deposits. I see some pros and cons with eBay getting rid of PayPal. PayPal is trusted and known by a lot of people. I know some people are, I hate PayPal. Whatever. But if you win a case on eBay, I think it's going to be easier for you to, they're not going to be able to do a PayPal chargeback now. That's going to be kind of nice. But another thing is are you going to be able to get working capital loans through PayPal, like PayPal offers? They're going to be going through Square Up for that. So Square is kind of teaming with eBay to allow it. and I don't have all the information on that yet. But PayPal is leaving eBay. So that's something to think about also. eBay's kind of doing, they're going to be doing a gear shift. They're going to be going in the same direction, what with some other people. They have been laying off a few people and restructuring the upper end of it. So follow the policies, guys. That's all I got to say is follow the policies. Spend a day or whatever, how long it takes you, and read the policies. And you won't lose. If you follow the policies and they ban your account, you can come, I follow the policy to the book. Well, what's going on? And I'm telling you guys, if you follow the policies, you're not gonna get banned, but you're gonna look better in the end. It's just at the end of the day, your business. Then when someone doesn't follow yours, you can say, hey, this is my policy. This is how I do things. Like, I mean, I love the ones that sit there and say that they hate when eBay steps in and they don't offer returns but force the returns. I'm going to tell you, eBay only forces the returns when the item's not as described. I've won cases. Some cases aren't worth fighting. Like a $50 phone. Someone says it's not to get the phone back. If it's not the phone that you sent, then do something about something that you sent. This whatever. I've seen where people hate that because it's their policy not to accept returns. Well, it's eBay's policy not to allow bad ESNs and policy not to allow iCloud lock phones. So do I agree with the policy? No, I don't agree with the policy. I honestly don't. I mean, I understand the backing of it, but I don't agree with the policy because iCloud lock phones, once they're out and they're gone, they're just going to stack up somewhere. So, I mean, I don't agree with it totally, but I see where they're coming from. If you understand that, I mean, this is a really touchy subject because some people get really mad and think I'm siding with eBay. I'm not. If you're going to sell on Facebook Marketplace, follow the rules, their policies. You're going to sell on Let Go, follow their policies. If you're going to sell on OfferUp, follow their policies. If you don't follow their policies, you're going to lose your account. It's that simple. Just because you sell cell phones or sell video games or sell computers don't mean you don't have to follow the policy. All right, guys. I wanted to do this video because I'm starting to see a lot of people get banned. I mean, it's going in waves. I think they're doing a wave again. It does come in waves. If you notice that, it'll be like 10 to 15 people, get banned or suspended, and then it goes good for a while. And then 10 to 15 people. But if you're banned, my best suggestion is call eBay, play stupid, say I didn't know, I didn't understand the policy, and try to get back and never break the policy again. Because you break it twice, there's nothing you're going to be able to do. Remember, get them bill of sales. It's very important for your business and for eBay and for other purposes, taxes and all that. So I'm going to end this video. I know some people are going to get really mad about it and think I'm targeting them, and I'm not. I am not at all. I've been preaching to follow policies since people seen me. I've been on some of these pages for years. The cell phone flipping courses, pages I've been on for maybe 3 months. The video game pages that are watching this, you guys know I've been on there for years. The computer repair, flipping pages, I've been on there for years. Guys, be honest with everything you do, okay? Be honest and follow policies, and at the end, you'll win. You'll just win. Yeah, the